Begin Booktube. I'm Danielle. This is Next Page Adventure. Today I will be I'll be talking about the books that I'll be reading for the month of September. There are quite a few on this list. Based on my reading last month, I read about half of my TBR, and then I kind of either DNF'd or moved on to something or just didn't get around to reading them. So there are two books I want to mention that were on my TBR last month that I didn't get to. I'm not going to talk about them much because I've already talked about them, but A Conjuring of Light that I'm already 40% into. For some reason I didn't pick this up. Don't know why. I actually didn't do almost any physical reading last month. I read one book, and then I listened to like 8 audiobooks and like 3 graphic novels. Blood of Elves as well, which is the first novel in the Witcher series that's not a collection of short stories. Those 2 books will be moved into September. Hopefully I'll get to them this time. I know Conjuring of Light that I'll finish because I'm going to bring that on the airplane when I go to California, so I'll get to them for sure. I have had a bit of a cough. Like, the reason I didn't upload anything is because I have bronchitis really bad, and it seems to last forever when I get it, so. But, yeah. Alright, so I'll just get into the books that I haven't talked about yet, and that I'm hoping to get to as well. There's only 3 physical books that I'm going to talk about, and then a couple audiobooks as well. So, the first physical book I'm going to talk about, the first book is I don't know if this is YA or adult, I think it's YA, which is The Wrath of the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. So my friend told me that she knows how picky I am with romance, and she thinks that I'll really like this one. It has a lot of romance in it, but it's also really good, she said. I like the cover that she has better. Hers is like, I don't know, I think I've seen it on. This is a cover that I've never seen of this book before. I got this from my local used bookstore. But, so this book is about a girl who every time he takes a wife, they're dead by sunrise. The main character has some sort of plan or whatever where she's going to become his next wife. I think she fully plans to die, but she wants to find out what happened to her friend. Or she wants to stop these girls from dying every time they marry this guy. I read the first, I cheated. I read the first couple pages, and I think my friend was right. I really love the writing style. Already really intriguing, so I think I'm going to enjoy this one. I hope that I'm not wrong. I think there's 2 of these, but she told me not to read the second one. I don't know why. But, yeah, you can tell me what you think if you've read both. But hopefully I'll like it. The next 2 books I want to talk about are library books. The first one is We Hunt the Flame by, I think this is their debut. I'm gonna just hold it up because if I try to read that, I'm gonna mess it up. This is about a girl who disguises herself a man in order to hunt and, let's see here, feed her people. I've heard mixed reviews on this, but mostly positive. I like that it has more of a deserty theme, and I know that the author of this is Muslim, and I'm always looking for a fantasy based on either Middle Eastern or Asian inspired, because it hasn't been done as much. A lot of people have noticed that, but lately it's really taking off. So it brings a really good twist to fantasy because there's things that we haven't heard before, and I know this has Arabic, Arabian, and Muslim themes. So yeah. I don't really know exactly what happens, but I know that it has I heard it has really good world building and unique magic. So I hope that I enjoy it. The next book I have on here is another library book, but it's a little different than what I normally read. So it's like a thriller. It's Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. So I've been wanting to try more thriller that isn't horror based. I really don't know if this is going to be super horror based, but I don't think it is. I think it's more like a sci-fi thriller, maybe, or maybe not. I heard it's kind of it has twists and stuff, twists and turns, and you don't really know what's going to happen, and it's really exciting. I wanted to pick a thriller that I know had a lot of positives from a lot of different types of people. From people that don't usually read thriller, and then people that love thriller. So this book I thought was a good bet. Has good reviews on BookTube. Has good reviews on... God dang it, my hair is so fucked up. It has good reviews on BookTube. It has good reviews on Amazon. It pretty much had good reviews everywhere I went. So I thought this would be a good one to start with. I also have never read this author before, and he has other books that are more supernatural thrillery. So I know that G from Book Roast loves this book, and then another one of my favorites, Emily Fox, also loves this book. So thriller has to do with a man who, I think he all of a sudden like wakes up and he doesn't have like his family anymore, or something happens. He's put back into the world with, I really don't know. I heard it's addictive and really fun. I think I might, if I don't read Conjuring of Magic on the airplane to California, I'm going to read this one, because I heard it's one of those you can't put it down type books, and that's really what I need for a 4-hour flight. I want to talk about the audiobooks that I'm going to read, and maybe I'll mention some of the graphic novels that I'm reading right now, because I honestly don't know sometimes what audiobooks I'm going to listen to. They're more of like a mood thing for me. I put it on my Goodreads, and I'm going to listen to the Stormlight Archives. What's their first book called? The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, which I've been meaning to read forever. I just haven't. And then I didn't care for The Last Mistborn as much as I thought I was going to. So that's another reason why I haven't started this next series yet. But I know that I like his writing. I know that I like his worlds and his characters. I just need to read it because it's basically rated his best work. I need to start. And then, the fact that it's 1,000 pages plus is kind of intimidating to me, even though I love long books once I actually get into them. But sitting down... another thing is, I actually own the physical version, and I own the ebook and the audio. And I really don't like the narrator. That's an unpopular opinion, because he also narrates The Wheel of Time, which I'm listening to only because I don't feel like buying all of them, because I've already read the first 3. I'm just listening to them lately because I haven't, I want to continue the series, and it's been, 18 years since I read them. But the narrator for Brandon Sanderson's novels, I really don't like him. I don't know, his voice just, I can't do it again. Like I listened to all the Mistborn, and one thing that really I got sick of in the 3rd book is listening to that narrator. And most people really like him. I can't stand him. So I'm going to just read the ebook, which I don't read a lot of ebooks, so we're gonna see how it works. I might end up just suffering through that narrator, and then I don't want it to end up changing my opinion of the story or the book, though, So I don't know what to do. We'll figure it out. But I'm also going to listen to One Word Kill by Mark Lawrence. It's only 6 hours, which is really weird. I didn't know that until because I was going to buy it, but then I just decided to get the audio since it was there. And it's about a kid who, I think it has to do with like time travel, Dungeons and Dragons, but I've heard a lot of people say it has Stranger Things elements, because like a group of children, one of them finds out he has leukemia, and then it kind of goes into a fantasy sci-fi situation after that. I don't really know a lot of details, but I know that I love Mark Lawrence. So I also forgot to mention one book. I have it, I think I left it at work. I'm reading Red Sister right now, which I'm like 20% through, so that's another one I have to finish. There are a lot of books this month that I might not even get to. I might just work on books that I'm already in the middle of, because there are a lot. There's The Wolf by Leah Carew. There's Conjuring of Light. There's Red Sister. There's a million. It's like I pick up a book and then I'm like, I put it somewhere and forget where it is or something, I'm not a very organized person, but Anyway, that's what I hope to read, and we'll see if it works out. I know that I haven't been sticking to my TBRs lately though, so we'll find out. We'll see. Bye bye.